Now we have discussed all of the passive circuit elements that we will be dealing with in networks. Okay. Now one important point concept left here is the Laplace domain. Okay. How do you represent each of these elements in the Laplace domain? Till now we have talked about the time domain. If you take the example of resistor, then we took the voltage across it as V of t and the current flowing through it is I of t. Okay. So here what is it? Voltage in terms of time t, I in terms of time t. What is the relation here? Relation is V of t is equal to R times I of t. Now this is the time domain. Okay. Now we want in the Laplace domain, that means instead of t there is going to be the variable s. Okay. So now what is Laplace domain, how it is different from time, that all we will discuss in another subject. Okay, control systems or signals and systems we are going to discuss. For now we will just see what if the voltage is given in Laplace domain and I is given in Laplace domain, then what is the relation between this V and I. Okay. So this is nothing very complicated, you just have to apply Laplace transform to this equation. So then what will you get? V of s is equal to R times I of s, right? So this is the Laplace domain, as simple as that. So if you are representing the circuit parameters as V of s and I of s, then this element you can simply write as R. But now if you see in the case of an inductor, so this is first resistor. Okay. Next if you see the case of a capacitance. Okay. So if this is V of t and this is I of t, then what was the voltage current relationship here? I of t is equal to C dV by dt. Now if you apply Laplace transform to this equation, then what you are going to get? I of s is equal to C times s into V of s minus the initial value of voltage, right? This is the expression for whenever we apply Laplace transform to a differentiation. Okay. So I of s is equal to SC V of s minus C times V of t naught. Now how do you represent this? See, you can see that this here we have current is equal to two terms. So you can take it like a KCL. Okay. So when will current get added? In a parallel connection or a series connection? It will get added in a parallel connection, right? So here we are going to write a capacitor, ideal capacitor we will take. Okay. And we will take a current source. Okay. So that means if I of s is flowing through this, then voltage V of s will apply here. Now what will be the value of this current source? This will be the value of the current source. Okay. So what is this? C times V of t naught. So this is according to the direction given here. Okay. So it is minus here. If you get to the other side, it will become plus. So that means basically I of s and C of V t naught, they are coming into the node. Both of them are in the same direction. Now what about this? Now if you consider the case of resistor, what did we write for a resistor? This was V of s and this was I of s. We took the value R here. What is R here? V of s by I of s. Okay. Now even in the case of capacitor, we are going to write the ratio of V of s and I of s. So what is the ratio here? 1 by SC. Okay. 1 by SC. We will discuss more about impedance later. Okay. So for now remember that we represent this with I of SC. Now this is one way of writing the equation. There is another way as well. How you can write it? V of s you can write in terms of I of s. So how can you write? From the same equation we can get in terms of V of s. So what will be that? V of s is equal to I of s by SC plus V t naught by S. Now here voltages are getting added. Whenever voltages are getting added, then it will mean that it is in series combination, because only in series combination voltage will be added. Okay, so we'll try to draw this circuit. So here we are going to have a capacitor which is in series with a voltage source. Then what is the value of the voltage source? This is given by V of T naught divided by S, and this is going to be same as it is. Impedance is not going to change. So this is V of S and this is I of S. So we can represent the capacitor in either way. Okay. Now one more important thing that you can see here is, in the case of resistor there was no issue with the initial values, but in capacitor we have initial elements. Okay. And one more important observation that you can make here is, if there is no initial value, that means if V of T naught is 0, then what will happen to this circuit? The current source will be open circuited. When V of T naught is 0, no current is being delivered. So current source will become open circuited and this voltage source will become short circuit because no voltage is being given. So in that case, what will be the equivalent circuit? Simply a capacitor. This is V of S, this is I of S, and here we have 1 by SC. Okay. So this is only if the voltage, initial voltage is 0. Okay. So remember this. Next, inductor is going to be somewhat similar to the capacitor in that it will depend on the initial values. Okay. So we will see what that is. So normally in time domain we represent the inductor like this. And what is the relation? The time domain relationship is V of T is equal to L di by dt. Now if you want the Laplace domain, then you have to apply the transformation, Laplace transformation to this. Okay. So what you're going to get here, V of S is equal to L times S I of S minus I of T naught, the initial value of current. Okay. So this means that V of S is equal to SL I of S minus L times I of T naught. Okay. So this is one equation. And what is the other equation? We need I of S in terms of V of S. Okay. So this you're going to get as I of S is equal to V of S by SL plus I of T naught divided by S. Now for each of these equations we can draw the equivalent circuit. Here we will get a series connection, here we will get a parallel connection. So first we will draw the series connection. There is going to be an inductor, and what will be the value here? V of S by I of S is SL. And here the voltage source is given by minus L times I of T naught. Okay. Or in another way you can represent this as, you can reverse the polarity, right? Here negative if you take, then you can take this as L of I T naught. Okay. So this is the first. And the second equivalent circuit will be in parallel. So this is going to be inductor and the current source is going to be in the downward direction. Okay. I of S and this is SL. This is V of S. Here also you write this V of S and I of S. Okay. What about this? I of T naught by S. Okay. So you can see the difference here. The voltage, the current direction here is in the downward direction and the polarity here is first negative you are getting. Okay. But in the case of capacitor, the current direction was flowing upward and the positive polarity was in the same polarity as V of S. Okay. So this point you remember how the inductor polarities and current directions are different. Okay. Now just like in the previous case, what will happen if initial current is 0? If I T naught is 0, then the circuit will simply become V of S, I of S, and the impedance is S times L.